Is this the Teahouse podcast?
Teabaggers, join us for tonight's episode. It's an absolute ripper. We're joined by Chris Sole, and we're diving into all things Australian culture versus Scotland culture. And we're joined by Bubbles as well. He's making a sneak appearance tonight. But now join us. It's a little bit of a funny banter episode, actually. It's a good laugh. I haven't laughed this much in fucking yonks.
Got a few giggles out of it. We took it a bit far, but
He loved it.
That's all right.
Now, but join us tonight. Good afternoon, Teabaggers. Thank you for joining us on today's episode. Just want to quickly shout out one of our newest sponsors. Very exciting. Sponsored by Adam and Eve in Bendigo. Go check out their coffees. Really vegan friendly. Absolute legends. Very exciting. I'd say we've made it now. Blake, what do you reckon?
Big things for the Teabaggers and especially Adams and Eve.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve.
Adams and Eves. But what we're doing is we've got our stickers on all of their coffee cups. And I think as podcasters we can say we've actually made it in the podcast industry.
Shit, yeah. Plus a hot little poster in there, so when you go buy your coffees from them,
Check out the boys on the wall, mate.
Come get rid of the boys.
No, we actually I say this every episode, but we have a very special episode today. We are joined by none other than Chris Sole. Chris Sole is an international cricketer, although he did get told to return because he wasn't good enough. He is a top shagger, a con artist, and an all-round Scottishman. But we have a little twist. We also have an Australian side, and on that Australian side is the none other than Lincoln Rogers that you may know. We also have Blake Arnell. These guys are the biggest podcasters in the Southern Hemisphere, philanthropists, and entrepreneurs. And what we're doing in today's episode is a little bit different, actually. We're doing an episode themed around Australia versus Scotland. And glad to have you on here, mate. It's an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I heard this was the very first episode, so you were getting me on, is that right? Very first?
Pretty much.
I'm amazed you got sponsors already for the first episode. It's great. Well, you told me you were going to get me on the first episode.
I know. I wanted to actually bring that up. Because for those who don't know, I actually work with Chris, and ever since I started this podcast, he's been harassing me day after day. When are you getting me on? When are you getting me on? And I was like, dude, we'll get you on one day. And lucky enough for him, we actually had a quick cancellation of a guest, and I was like, fuck, we need someone to fill in. I'll ask Chris. And he just was available on the day. He's stoked, I'm stoked, and we're here today. It's fucking great.
I went and got a haircut for this.
He did do show the camera, mate. Show him.
No, but I actually, before we do this, I want to actually
Looks
show.
like I'm shipping out next week.
It is a fresh
Pretty
cut,
smart.
mate. That is a very fresh cut. No, but we've outdone ourselves. Actually, Chris has outdone himself, should I say. He's supplied all the guests here with attire. Everyone can see that. We're the Australian team, but we're in Scotland t-shirts. And Chris, can you explain your outfit for us, mate?
I've just immersed myself in Australian culture and worn what every other Australian wears.
If you want, this is your typical Australian outfit. If you want, you can actually see yourself in the camera. I'll do like a little bit of a talk through of your kit. He's got the very nice, mate. He's got the footy shorts on. He couldn't find a wife beater, but that's his best bets. And he's got the Uggies. Look at that. And a beautiful.
Don't forget the bridge climb hat.
Yeah, and the bridge climb hat, which is classic Sydney tourist.
I didn't actually do it. My mate gave it to me.
Didn't even get it.
He was Scottish, so the guy that did it, so it's just as good.
That's
it's
so
like
good.
being there.
Yep. Very nice, very nice. No, but I'm a bit excited to get into this episode. It's a bit different. We're going to dive into the difference between our cultures, the Australian culture and Scottish culture. Just a little bit of background. Chris is obviously born and raised in Scotland, and you've been living here for...
About 2.5 years now?
Oh, is it only 2.5 years? I thought you were way longer than that for some. I thought it was like 4 or something. But
Nah, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
yeah, I just noticed you lost your accent a bit, so I was like, you made it.
When he goes back there, they're like, "You sound Australian." Comes back here,
Yeah.
"You sound Scottish."
Yeah. Whenever you go home, they're like, "Hey, go on, mate." Is that what they say?
I'll be on like Skype to mum or something, and I'll say like water like that instead of saying water, and she'll just go like real startled on FaceTime. Like, is that Siobhan in the background? My partner's Australian.
Yeah.
Is that Siobhan in the background? I was like, no, Mum, Siobhan does not have a voice that deep, but that was me.
That was me. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, so we're going to dive into the difference between culture. There's some interesting things, and Chris is going to answer a little bit about these cultural differences because he's experienced both sides. So he's the best man for the job. And we kind of wanted to, or actually before we get into that, I kind of wanted to talk about this. I would say it's almost verging on a taboo kind of subject because I was very ignorant of this when I first kind of was like introduced to Chris. He's Scottish, like as you know, and I always called him English, all the time. And this is a big no-no, isn't it? Can you please, to you, how offensive is it to you to actually call it English?
It's very hard to like compare.
Because
especially for Australians, because you say, oh, it's like calling you a Kiwi. It's not as bad as that. Sorry,
it's worse.
It's a lot worse.
Yeah, it's a lot worse than that.
Like,
yeah.
This is like years and years of like wars against each other.
So I did this. I was like at a pub and like met this. I think she was Scottish as well. She must have been Scottish as well. And I kept calling her English when I was blind, and she kept getting really angry. And I was like, "Fuck, I'm so sorry." And then she's like, "Getting called English when you're Scottish is the equivalent of being called the N-word if you're black." And I was like, holy shit. And I don't think I ever said that to anyone ever again. I was like, wow, that's full on.
Apart from when you met me and started calling me it. So you've been calling me the equivalent for how long?
Now that we're on the subject.
Yeah. No, this was after. But like, you run into it a lot though, don't you?
Yeah, loads. Like
Yeah,
almost every day at work,
Yeah.
on the phone. Because I speak to loads of people at work as well. And every time...
Like,
they
they always
always
like,
go,
"Oh, you're English." Is
So
that
they
what
go, no, they say, "So whereabouts in England are you from?" I say, "I'm Scottish." I say it very calmly and very level-headed. It's like, don't worry, I give everybody one chance to call me English. And then it's fair game after that. And they always have a bit of a giggle, but they don't realise I'm like deadly serious underneath.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'll punch you.
I'll punch you.
I'll hit an old lady, I'm not scared.
I will fucking throw punch you, mate.
Like Newcastle in England, yeah?
Blake, we spoke about this.
Oh shit, that's so good. Yeah, nah. But no, I would say actually knowing you as a friend is completely. I would never actually go up to be like someone. Are you English? You know what I mean? Now that I know that, but I feel like it's here in Australia. It's a very like you kind of knew it. I didn't. I had no idea that it was offensive at all.
Yeah, but I like to stir people, so even if I know it's offensive, I'll probably say
Okay then, Blake's a dick. Oh shit. Now let's get into a bit of the actual culture. So we first obviously the big thing. Firstly, we want to go into is what is the difference that you noticed in kind of the drinking culture? Like when you first came to Australia, what was like the biggest thing? Like Blake mentioned to me before about the myths around Australia. What would you call them, Blake?
I got told they don't have pots over there. Is that correct?
That's correct. We just drink a proper size drink,
Yeah.
a pint. Yeah.
I got
No,
told,
that's actually dead set.
I got told that only pregnant women drink pots in Scotland. Is that true? Or
Yeah, and it's only when you have a pot, it's usually like a spirit in it. No, we don't get a pot or a pony or anything that size. It's like a pint, and then if someone orders a half pint, the rest of the bar just turn around and look at him.
Yeah, literally.
What's his deal?
Yeah, I remember I went to London for 3 days and someone ordered one and the whole bar just went quiet and everyone just it was like one of the movies and shit. It was fucking.
it's like the equivalent of using a fork in Japan or China.
Yeah, instead of the chopsticks or whatever. Yeah. Literally. It's actually really
dishonor. You bring dishonor.
The whole room just straight up not the right one. Don't worry. Thought that was the crickets.
Oh shit. It's so weird because when I was in London, there was Because I'm like, yeah, pot and Palmer, it's just casual, nothing too big, you got to drive home. And there's like freaking 70-year-olds drinking pints and shit. And I'm like, mate, what the fuck is going on here? And there's no such thing as a pot. But anyway, that's UK kind of culture. What's, like some myths and stuff here. Because, like the shrimp on the barbie, mate.
Yeah.
Were you surprised about the shrimp on the barbie?
Yeah, it really took me aback, actually. I tell you my earliest memory of Australia.
Yeah.
So I first came over 6.5 years ago, just for like a month's holiday.
Yep.
And I remember like on the second flight, I was like dead, absolute zombie. I've been flying for like 22 hours. And I was like, it was 22 hours in, you've watched all the movies you wanted to. You've even tried a few like Disney films to get yourself through. They're usually the best ones too. They're the ones you really like sink into. You're crying at like Up or something. And then you click on the map to see where you're going. And you're like, over Australia, like sweet, we must be like half an hour away.
Yeah.
And then you check the like flight time left. It's like 5 hours. It's like, sorry, what? We're in the country. How can it still take 5 hours to fly across to Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah,
did you think it was deceivingly big? Because Australia, if you put Australia in like any like EU, like
It's like a continent.
it's fucking huge. Australia is
massive.
massive, like on any place. Like
But
people just think,
80% uninhabitable though.
yeah, I know. It's fucking. We're just in the edges, mate.
Yeah,
we're just around the edges.
Coastline, baby.
Yeah. Did you get that like over in Scotland? Did people just think like Australia was like a really small place to go to and stuff?
Yes and no. Yeah, a lot of the more ignorant people are just like, it's just like all beach and stuff. And you turn up and then you realise, there's cities that aren't on the coast.
Oh yeah.
Like Bendigo.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then you never realise that you'd have like a green farm over here and stuff as well. Like proper
really?
farmland and things. You just assume it's all like deserts, and like the film Australia where they're just driving cattle the whole time.
Yeah.
The film Australia is actually fucking
Misleading.
It is a bit misleading, isn't it? It's like fucking heaps of rainforest and shit. Yeah.
You know what's a good one though? Son of a Gun. Australian movie. You should watch it.
Can't say I've seen it.
Yeah.
On
Can't say I've
Netflix.
seen
Sounds like a good one to get onto.
Got
I've seen it on there, I think, but
who plays Obi-Wan Kenobi in the new Star in the
Ewan McGregor.
Yep, he's in it though.
He's Scottish, by the way.
Yeah.
Ewan
There
McGregor
you
is
go.
a fucking Chad.
It's pretty typical that Australia have to get a good Scottish actor to
I shouldn't have brought it
fill
up.
in the middle.
I actually froth Ewan McGregor, no cap.
Shit joke, man.
We have the PR. We have the PR.
I'm gonna start muting his mic, to be honest.
No, but like, yeah, what did you think about? Because I remember we like talked about it at work one time. Like, I wanted to like get into the drinking culture. Is there much different between kind of like where you from, or just anywhere around where you're from?
Like between Australia and Scotland, they're pretty similar.
Yeah,
Go pretty well. Like we often get a lot of Australians come over and play cricket and stuff, and they always go pretty well.
Yeah,
on the circuit and things, they drink pretty well. And usually when they're over there, they've got a few less responsibilities, so they go pretty hard.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of opportunity to drink in Scotland. There's like a pub for every second person there.
pub on every corner.
Yeah, exactly. But I think and then coming over this way, I was always on holiday when I came over, and there's never like a place where I couldn't get a beer.
Yeah,
But the only thing that really, I still haven't gotten over it is how fizzy like Australian beer is.
really.
And drinking it, like I find it really gassy.
I actually
mean-
had something written down.
Yeah, right.
I had something written down literally, and it was apparently the beers are better in the UK than Australia, but the coffee's better here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee is next level here,
Is it?
like off the chart.
I can't say. I don't reckon I ever had a coffee in London. I don't reckon I.
It wouldn't be
ever
worth it.
Is
Wouldn't
it?
be
Is it actually just dog shit? Like
It's just shocking.
what's wrong with it?
I
Like,
don't know, but that's like my $1 million business idea for if I ever moved back to like
That's what they
Scotland.
say. That's what they say.
like, why do people
Apparently,
do that?
Australian coffee
Australian coffee.
kills it everywhere.
Elite.
America, anywhere else, apparently.
So elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just above the rest.
I don't know how though. It's like coffee's coffee, isn't it?
That's what I thought, and like I kind of understand America. America's like, yeah, a bit weird, but
It's
they
all
only
high
drink like
volume
black
now,
coffee
isn't
and
it?
shit.
Yeah.
Eh?
You know what's weird though? That Scottish people have flat beer. Ew, fizzy beer is way better. What?
Yeah, I love the beers, brah.
The other one is like everyone says like beer in the UK, you have it warm because we have it in a pint as well because we don't have to worry about it getting warm in the sun or anything. And everyone's like, oh, warm beer. Nah, No, thank you.
Yeah.
Room temp. Is that right?
Yeah, go down, it's easier. Absorbed quicker.
Nah,
It's more high performance.
Cold beers are so good.
Yeah. On a hot day.
Admittedly.
Like, it's so good.
But yeah, 20 degrees is a hot day in Scotland, so
Yeah.
you're worrying about it.
Yeah. No, I don't know what the fuck. Okay, actually, maybe you're right, because I did want to talk about the weather there, because I feel like there is slightly a bit of over-exaggeration, do you reckon, in their weather? I went there and it was fucking hot. It was cloudy, but it was hot.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon.
I thought that's why they're all crazy, all like vitamin D deficient and shit.
Like my sister legit was told by a doctor to go to like the tanning beds because she doesn't see enough like sun to get the vitamin D. She was like, no, the doctor was like, yeah, you need a holiday. Go see some sun because we're not getting any here anytime soon.
Oh, really?
So it's like, yeah. But then I like burn really easily, like scorch, like go red straight away, and then I just peel back to blue after that.
To blue.
Yeah, blue skin. Every time I like take my top off at night, and I've got like, this is me tanned.
Is that a Mel Gibson pun?
I'm turning into one giant freckle at the minute, and that's me getting tanned. Still looks like I got a t-shirt on when I take my top off.
That's what you want, mate. Yeah. True Australian. Yeah, I figured like drinking would be very similar, but what about? I'm very curious about this because I feel like when you holiday, you probably don't do it as much. Like, what is the drug culture? Like, and I'm talking
Straight up ecstasy tablets and raves, or
yeah, because I know in Australia I don't know about Australia, but fucking where we live, it's pretty common. Like, it's pretty.
I feel like Australia's got a meth problem that needs to get sorted out.
Yeah.
I reckon.
I mean, casually though, more than like
Casual, like party drugs.
Yeah, party drugs and stuff.
Yeah, like UK as a whole, and including Edinburgh where I grew up, has like a pretty good, like big, not good, not.
Yeah, whatever.
Disclaimer:
Chris
I've
is
never
getting
done drugs.
cancelled.
I'm like a little 5-year-old when it comes to.
Trying to mute him out.
This is
You
me
actually
trying to say I'm a good child. It's going to be dubbed over the top in like a poor Mel Gibson Scottish accent. I love drugs. There's like massive warehouse parties and stuff like that. So big scene for that. And then like cocaine, big party drug. The last like 5 years, especially back home, it's like just gone like gangbusters.
Yeah. I feel like drugs are fucking everywhere. I mean, I lived on an island and I remember like people used to ship them across to the island because like you literally had to do groceries. You had to catch an hour boat to do groceries and there were still drugs on the island.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well,
they get anywhere.
Well, coke doesn't even get made on this continent. We live on an island, and that's probably why it's so expensive, actually.
Yeah.
Blake's figured it out. Blake has figured
the
it out.
numbers right there.
Not that I'd know. I heard of Chris.
No, but Edinburgh, my home city, is like the heroin capital of Europe.
Really?
And so there was a movie made about it, and a good movie because there was a sequel. So it must have been a good movie. That's the law of movies.
That is true.
I've seen some pretty shit sequels.
If it's good, destroy it in the next one. 100%. We have a fucking drug capital, isn't it? Like, what's our...
Horsham.
Wagga Wagga.
I feel like it changes every month. What's up
I
there?
just made it up.
Really? There actually
One's
is.
like the mess capital.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
it
a meth
Horsham?
capital. Is it Horsham?
Yeah, because I remember that was one of the first like drug stories I heard when I come to Australia. It's like, oh, Horsham, don't go there. And I was like, why? It's like, oh, drug capital of Victoria. It's like they like even like smash the street light bulbs because you can get drugs out of them. There's a chemical and stuff. I was like, what?
What the fuck? Isn't Horsham like a town of 10 cunts?
Yeah. Isn't Horsham like literally just fucking like a horse and cart getting pushed down like the main road?
You know what though? Fun fact about people from Horsham. They don't live there anymore. They live in Geelong now. Because
Fun fact.
every single cunt I met in Geelong is from Horsham. That's just saying.
Mate, I went to
And there were
Geelong.
no street lights left either.
That's probably why they missed light.
I literally went to Geelong and told them I was in Bendigo and they were like, fuck man, like up in the city, dude, like you live in like fucking the bush and shit. And I was like, fuck, have you been to Bendigo? Like, have you been to Bendigo? I don't think anyone south of Bendigo like comes up ever. They just go down.
No, only
Legit.
come up for gold, mate. That's all.
Exactly. The mining.
It's what, third
what I'm here for.
biggest city in Victoria? Bendigo?
Yep.
Yep. Melbourne, Geelong.
I'm pretending
Bendigo.
I don't know that answer, but it is.
No,
I'm
it is.
telling you it is.
No, it is.
Yeah, I know it is, mate.
I did a lot of research
No, it
before
is.
this episode.
Yeah. I think Ballarat's fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So it's fucking pretty big. Pretty big.
Did you who drinks more Fosters? Scottish people or Australian people?
It's funny. My old cricket team used to be sponsored by Foster's. Like,
Really?
legit. Like my first like senior team I played for just plastered Foster's across the middle.
Have you seen anyone in Australia drink Fosters?
Never in my life.
Blake just showed me like a fucking Australian ad, and it was like, what? Foster's, the most Australian beer ever, or something like that, wasn't it? What was it? It was something like that. We just watched a fucking ad on TV, and then you were going to bring it up. Are you fucking serious? Do you have like short-term
Blake, I
memory?
don't remember this either. I think
You weren't even there. It was before you came. Blake, we literally watched it.
Oh, I just remember the Fosters thing because I brought it up.
Wow.
It's made in like Birmingham or something like that in
Is it?
England. Yeah, it's brewed over there. It's not even brewed in Australia.
Oh shit!
What?
100%.
Look it up. You're going to say look it up, weren't you?
Type it in, sir.
I'm going to look it up. You guys keep having rivalries around Foster's, and I'm going to fucking get the facts.
What was it? Was it just founded here or something?
No, I reckon it was just like advertising campaign. It'll look exotic.
It's made
from Australia.
It's made in Texas.
Fuck off!
Fort Worth, Texas. You're both wrong.
Since 2011.
So everybody knows Fort Worth used to be called Birmingham, and
So
Is Foster's brewed in Australia? Not only is Foster's not a big seller in Australia, but an even more ironic fact that Foster's, from the Foster's farce, is that it is not even brewed in Australia. Yeah, isn't that weird? Because
why is that even known as an Australian beer?
yeah, is it?
Where was it founded?
Is it actually like an Australian icon though? I don't know if I've
to
ever.
the UK.
Oh, is
and
it?
to America?
Yeah.
Yeah, fully.
Oh, true. That's
Like
weird.
all the adverts back in the UK are like Australians going back to the other stereotype, playing in the desert where there's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like
Kicking up dust and shit.
pulling out a cart and it's like a cricket match going on. And it's like, yeah, get some Foster's down, you boys. It's like,
When you fucking first kind of had the like when you were first going to Australia, were you like, I don't know if we said this before, but were you like, all right, this is just fucking desert and shit? Like, is that what you thought? Or there was like the shit? Or did you have family that have been there previously?
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah.
They were like, oh, it's beautiful and stuff like
yeah,
that.
my sister, like mum and dad had been as well.
Oh, true.
So they'd
You probably
seen
know
it before.
then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So they'd given me a heads up. That wasn't all just desert and people riding to school on their kangaroos.
Mate, I literally, when I was in Europe, people literally fucking asked me if I rode around on kangaroos. I was like, you cannot be actually serious.
Yeah, it sucks.
Have you seen kangaroos? They're fucking scary, bruh. You
you,
don't fuck with kangaroos, man.
you get some common ones when you go overseas, don't you? Like, that's not a knife. This is a knife. Like, fuck it. Just the Crocodile Dundee puns. I was like, God, I haven't seen that movie since I was
No, you
6.
know what I found hugely surprising
What?
is like barely anyone knew my accent. No one knew my accent.
Yours?
No. Like Italians, French, they could not tell I was Australian. When I was
Nah, to be fair, same. That did happen a lot.
So I got told that I was English, asked if I was English, and then I also got asked if I was New Zealand, and that was like him guessing. I was like New Zealand, like he had no clue.
It's probably language barrier.
I copped an American one. I copped American ones.
American
Jeez, that
ones.
would hurt.
Yeah, that hurt. No, it did. In
Yeah,
Hawaii.
that would hurt. Yeah.
In Hawaii too, which there's fucking Americans everywhere, which is fucked.
What did you say?
I was like, no.
Nah, I can't.
The worst part was, I was literally talking about the biggest bogan when I was over there. I was blind for like 2 weeks straight, just slurring me words, like being an absolute loser. I would have been the most Aussie bloke there, 100%. Cool.
Mate, my dad lied to me. He said when he was in America, he'd be like, hey, mate. And they'd be like, oh, you're Australian. But like everyone says mate, I reckon. Mate is like a very common word.
Is it?
I think so.
Nah, go to Scotland, you say pal instead of mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I thought the whole UK
You're right,
say
pal.
mate.
Like that.
I thought
Doesn't
Scottish.
sound right if you say right, mate.
I thought
It's a bit bammy.
I thought Scottish dudes were straight on the buddy bandwagon. Hey, buddy.
It sounded like I speak to Raoul from like Telstra line.
Fuck off, man.
Buddy, I know my buddy.
That's so good. You're actually fucking that good with accents. Dead set. Jesse at work, he always does like accents as well. And then Chris comes in and then they just both fucking are doing accents in the rooms. That funny.
Jesse's real good. But you'll walk past like Jesse's office and it'll just be like a dark little cave here. Yeah. He's like typing away on his computer, doing some editing. And he doesn't know anyone's there. and then you just hear him talking to himself in those accents. I'll just be like drifting past the corridor, like, what is that? And I'll be doing like some, like, it's like, hey, Lorenzo, get in here. Help me with the pizza. And he's like, it's just him. And then talking to himself.
No, literally, you'll just be like sitting there because I kind of edit next to him. We'll just be like chilling there. And then he'll just like, be like, you talking to me? Are you talking to me? And he'll just start doing this and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he'll get up and be like, oh, I starts like swinging around in the room and shit. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on?
That's what the media boys do.
Yeah. We don't work and shit. Shout out to Tom. He'll be watching. He's a big teabagger. No, we actually got a little bit sidetracked there, mate. But I wanted to like quickly touch on, I don't know if this is too different. It might be like a very quick little thing, but like the crime. So have you noticed, like, is there a different crime barrier in the way? I only bring this up, and I only wanted to bring this up because when I stayed in London, I stayed at Keely's cousin's house, I think, and
because you're a pommy and stuff. Oh, sorry, bro.
Anyway, Chris is about to walk out. She was like, oh yeah, so like,
Sorry, that's fucking bullshit. You can apologise or I'll leave.
Chris is just sitting there like twitching and
Written apology.
no, but she was like, I think I asked about the crime or something, or like something like that, and she's like, oh, it's pretty good, but like there's a lot of stabbings around here. And I was like, because with the gun laws and stuff, I think I asked around that, how they strictly no guns in the UK. So I was like, oh, is there much other stuff? And she's like, yeah, we had a stabbing around the corner the other day, and I was like, nice.
Yeah, like stabbing.
Is that regular? Like,
Knife
if there's
crime's
crime,
massive.
yeah,
I
knife crimes.
reckon. I think the UK has the number one like stabbing rate.
Yeah.
Biggest knife crime in the world.
But like police officers, they don't have a bulletproof vest on. They only have stab proof.
True.
So
What is that, like Kevlar or something?
I don't know. I've never tried. I haven't taken a spork to a police officer. Oh, that didn't work. must be a Kevlar vest you got on there, mate.
Is that fiberglass?
How do you do a Pell?
Any worries, pal. See you later.
He's off.
That's so good. Oh, fuck. That's gold. Oh, shit. So, yeah, cool. I just wanted to hash that out. I figured that was the case. That's actually intense. And I actually watched this. I actually watched this video the other day, and it was they were talking about like gunshots versus knife or stab wounds, and stab wounds are way worse because like obviously,
Messy.
yeah,
Oh,
they 100%. They cut way more. They cause way more
A bullet
interior
doesn't
bleeding.
cut, does it? Only a knife can cut. Can it? A gun can't cut. Of course, it's going to cut more, mate.
What do you say when you get shot? Yeah, it tore through me.
Yeah, maybe tore because it's like flat, so it's just going from speed. You know what I mean?
Pretty hard.
Straight up velocity.
A shot, yeah, it pierced me that hard in the fucking
Velocity that Chris doesn't have on his bowling. That's just what I've heard. I don't know.
Oh my god! I actually wanted to bring up really quickly on your I didn't really want to dive into Chris's cricket career too much, but I did want to bring up one little thing if you're happy to talk about it. So Chris is a pretty well-known cricketer here in Bendigo, but I just wanted to ask you like a really serious question around it. Like, do you feel yourself that it's unfair to play in like a very low league at such a high-skilled player and like,
Or just such a shit sport? What he's laughing for?
Chris actually has a viral video.
Just joking.
Chris actually has a viral video. We say it was viral. It's kind of viral. Low viral. Has like
High viral for cricket, I reckon.
yeah, almost 200k.
Being such a shit sport.
Yeah.
He looks at me.
This is literally
Strike two. You don't want to see what happens.
Fucking get a cricket bat out or something.
yeah. No, but he actually had a video of him bowling like 8 wickets. It was 8 wickets.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, 8 wickets.
Yeah, consecutively bowling 8 wickets, and then one of the comments on the video was, like,
I got absolutely slated.
He's getting
I got slated
roasted
for playing. I was like, I'm literally just playing a game of cricket here, mate. You can't just have a go at me for playing a game.
And people like weren't even like, yeah, he's pretty good at cricket. They were just like, oh, must be pretty good being like as skilled as you are versus all these low level batters and shit. Like just like
I just took the piss out.
yeah, just like roasting him for being too good for the league kind of thing. Like, and I was
It
like,
was harsh though, because the league is a good standard. There's good players out
yeah,
there. Like,
yeah.
I just had a pretty good day. It's a fucking elite day, actually.
Fucking my
club
best day ever, mate. Yeah. Broke some records there, mate. What about your what's your worst Australian experience?
Worst Australian experience.
Would you say you have one?
No, pretty good memories here in Australia. So
Never
far.
a bad memory.
The worst thing, I just get absolutely abused by the sun. My skin just can't handle it. I remember first time I came here, I got burnt. It was like June, so peak winter. I got sunburnt.
Did ya?
Yeah, like bad. Like I was like, oh, you don't have them here. Drumstick lollies, which are literally white and pink. I look like one of those anyway.
Was that just a reflection of the moon or what?
And literally, it'd be June and it'd be like 18 degrees down in Geelong or something. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to the beach. I'm going swimming.
Yeah.
Take my top off, and everyone's like, Jesus, put that on. Somebody get me my sunglasses. It's like,
Literally
like a reflection running. It looks like a giant tinfoil man running into the sea.
We actually film videos all the time at work together, and Chris always takes a tub of sunscreen with him. That is actually no shit.
Yeah, I would.
Lincoln does my back.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
Lincoln.
always do his back. Get real nice and deep.
Sean told me that you're not allowed to do that anymore, by the way. So.
What about the music culture? Like, how is that? Like, I guess in the way of music in general, because I know you play some absolute bangers in the car, and you're like, oh, just fucking tell me your music. And
Thanks, mate.
yeah, what is it? Blake actually played a song before, and it was what was it? That song.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that song you played before.
Oh no, like an EDM mix.
Yeah, like an EDM mix. You played like EDM shit, but like just like music festivals in general, and like how is that compared to Australia or just Victoria, or even, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like my music sense is pretty tuned into like Australian music and like Victorian music, and all the festivals and stuff are all bands that I'd go and see if I wasn't so old and can't back up 3 days in a row for a festival anymore. But
It's just not like bagpipe concerts. And
in Scotland we just play bagpipes, nothing else. That's it. Actually, to anyone out there who wants to indulge in some Scottish music, Jerry Cinnamon, he's a great musician.
Wait, Blake, I'm pretty sure we have a little bit of a song on the bagpipes, don't we, mate? Can you give us a little bit of a taste test on that? We did play it at the start. Oh, yeah, here we go. Imagine this, at a 3 day festival.
3 day bender.
3 day bender, just getting loose with the boys.
Jaws swinging, Chris.
You should see the mosh pit.
Fucking go, oh.
It's weird though, like bagpipes. I've got 3 siblings, older brother, older sister, younger brother. They all play the bagpipes.
Oh, really?
And I played the snare drum, which accompanies the bagpipes. But bloody hard to play bagpipes, like physically really hard.
Really?
Because you got to have big lungs on you to fill the bag and squeeze, and there's a lot of timing, and then you got to remember the actual tune to play on the chanter. And if you meet a bagpiper in Scotland, never try and outdrink him, because he'll see you under the table.
Really?
Yeah,
Just weapons.
it's amazing, because there's like quite a big like bagpipe circuit. It's like proper competition.
I imagine
They travel around.
I fucking guarantee there is.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. 100%.
And so
It'd actually be right off to go to it, right?
yeah, so one of my best mates back home, really good piper, and he plays in one of the bands that go play at the World Champs and stuff. And
Which one? Which one are your best mates? Oh, don't they all play?
James Gale.
Shout out
for you.
He'll be a big teabagger. He'll be watching.
Writes his own tunes and stuff. Really good player.
Yeah.
And he was over here not that long ago. Brought his chanter with us. Played some tunes from home. It's great. It's like listening to the radio again. and he's one of the biggest drinkers I know.
Yeah.
But he'll drink like 8 pints of like Guinness before he goes and performs in their competition.
Fucking hell.
What's the ordeal with the half beer, half petrol? I don't understand this Guinness thing. What's this half petrol business? I feel I'm just joking. Like, it tastes like pure grot. They scraped it off the roads. It's absolute gravel, and they
Guinness
just threw it in
is
some
mother's
beer.
milk. It's Irish actually.
Do you
anyway,
like Guinness?
Oh, I love it.
Really?
So good. But you don't get good Guinness over here. It doesn't travel well.
Yeah.
So you go drink it in Ireland and you're like, this is
Need to
elite.
drink
It's
where it's-
unbelievable. And
need
then you
to
have
drink-
it here and it tastes like pipes, like rusty copper pipes.
You just pretty much need to drink where it's brewed, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
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 But nah, bagpipe pits, they can all drink, so don't take them on.
That's a little hint for you, teabaggers. The next time you're trying to out drink a bagpiper.
Sort of like if you No, don't worry. I was going to say something. It's too R-rated.
I say
but
you're
not.
already on 2 strikes here, Blake.
Yeah.
Don't
Better hold up
trust me.
here. No, but I just wanted to, I think we want to jump into our last kind of segment. And I think we've named this quite beautifully, actually. It's called Are You Aussie Enough? And I guess on Chris's end, it's kind of Are you Scottish enough? Are you Scottish enough?
Are you pommy enough?
Oh, strike 3.
It's a cheap shot.
Yeah. So essentially what we're going to do here is...
You're better than that, Blake. Come on now.
So what we're going to do here is kind of say some slangs from either side's culture, and each of us have to kind of guess what that slang or saying is and kind of use it in context or how you would use it in context. So who wants to shoot first, boys? Us or you? You got something written down on that?
I'll go. Yeah, I've got a few prefabricated notes here.
Yeah.
I'll give you an easy one to start off with. I'll give you the word first. See if you
have
can
to
get it. I'll be
speak-
really impressive.
Speak in a real Scottish accent. Should you... Wait. Yeah. No, yeah, do it. Here we go.
So, first one, I'll just give you the word first. Messages.
Yep.
Right.
And then you're going to say...
Any idea? from that?
Messages.
Messages.
Nah, you got to say it in
Okay.
a...
Just popping out to get the messages.
Oh, like your back rubbed.
It's not a dyslexia thing where I've put an E instead of an S.
I reckon...
Chris, it's pronounced massages, actually.
Yeah. I reckon it is check the mail.
Nah.
Really?
No dice.
Go out and check.
Blake?
Yep.
We get one try each. It's fair.
It is.
You got this, man.
When you go over to Australia to play cricket, and it's what your missus leaves you heaps of.
Well, yeah, to be fair.
He's not out of the realms here.
Yeah, he's in the vicinity. What is it?
Messages is your shopping. So I'm just going to go pop down the shops for my messages. That's what every granny ever in Scotland will say when she's leaving the house with her like shopping trolley, which will be tartan, by the way.
That's so good.
Just going to go get my messages. Mrs. Doubtfire would have said it.
That's so fucking funny. That's actually sick. There you go. I'm going to start saying that now. Bring it to Australia. All right, Blake, do you want to say the first one or do you want me to do it, mate?
Yeah, you get the first one.
Oh, yeah, the first one? All right, I'm going to give you the word. Struth.
Yeah, I've got this one.
Oh, you've got Struth. So let me say this in context. Blake, how about you got to say something to me?
Let me say it then.
Blake,
Let me say something. Over to you, Blake.
you can't really say this word without being spoken to.
Best cameo act in podcast history right now.
Yeah. Blake, jump in here, mate. Tag team.
Hey, bro. Do you want this beer?
Struth, mate. I do. That's the worst fucking example.
I don't know. Can it work though? Shut up.
Direct translation though of Struth.
True.
It's like true.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, but it
I can't
always
just
gets
spoil it
used
for
as
you.
like a pump up of yes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Struth.
Oh, Struth.
It's like an over exaggeration. It's like fucking oath. It's
Yeah.
like oath and true. And it's just
yeah.
Struth.
I can't believe you doubted me and think I didn't know that one.
Yeah, no, that was an easy one.
Have you not seen the way I'm dressed tonight?
Yeah.
Lincoln done that one, man.
Oh, get off
Hey,
it.
the way you dress, you got that from another tourist, that hat, so don't even ask.
Yeah. You fucking imposter. What are you doing? Oh, shit. All right. Round 2. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Wait,
Right.
cue in the music. So I reckon say it in context and then give us the...
Okay. This one's actually from. You may recognise it from a really famous viral video, but it may have only been famous in Scotland because we're pretty
Segregated.
secluded.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening in the rest of the world. So she's turned the weans against us, and the word I want is wains.
Yep.
Just turn the
Yep.
windows. I feel like I know this.
No, I do too.
She's turned the weans against us.
Yep.
He's like really
Yep.
irate.
She stitched him up to stitch up.
Yeah. Turn the top.
She.
He's thinking fucking hard.
Fuck.
His
For
veins
those
about
that
to pop.
can't hear this at home, you can actually hear the cogs in Blake's mind turning as he's trying to figure this one out.
Like Homer Simpson when it's like that clapping fucking...
I haven't thought in a while, you dog. Wait, no, I know it. Shut up.
Yep.
All right.
Weens.
So
Wings.
just say
Weens.
like, you're like, oh, babe, I'm going to the pub tonight. I'll be back later. And then she locks the door on you and you can't get in the house later on. That's turning the Wayne.
Now say that. How would you do it? What would you say?
What do you mean?
What would you say?
Oh, like, oh, she's, what's the word again?
Weens.
Wayne's.
Oh, she's done a ween on us.
What the fuck?
I love it. The theory's so good, and the explanation is like he's dicing it down and just boiling it.
Who
down
gives
to
a fuck what an action was called? That's what it's for now.
nothing. She's done her Wayne's on us.
Yeah. She's done a weeds. Yeah, I reckon it's like a turn the tide. Like she's, yeah.
Nah, you're both wrong. It means kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
She's done a weens
She's
on us.
turned the Waynes against us. She's turned the kids against me.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, that's a fucking cheat as fuck.
Yeah, that's stitch up. We didn't get these good ones.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's good by you. Good by you. Blake, you're up. And I think we need some Australian anthem.
All right. If you were chuckling a wobbly because I called you a pommy again.
Wait, I actually misspelled that. It's, get rid of the L.
It's not.
He said chuckling. Did he say chuckling?
Chucking.
Oh, okay. Don't know. Chucking a wobbly.
Chucking a wobbly.
And no, it's not a flexible cricket bat. All right. It's not even
Wait,
good.
you've got to say it in. You've got to say it in.
So it's not one of those boomerang things?
Yeah, you've got to say it in context as Chris has been doing. Give him a bit more of.
Nah, you
I
don't need
fully
to. I've
gave
got it
him
figured
one.
out.
Oh no, you good? You good?
Told you, I've immersed myself in Australian culture.
You are.
It's when you're like throwing a tiff, when you're upset.
Yeah.
Like something you, like you're complaining about. So like English are just known for like chucking a wobbly if something doesn't go their way.
Mate, that is impressive because I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I've never heard of it before ever. Fuck, you really outdone yourself, Chris. I'm impressed, sir. Awesome. Round 3.
I've got a really good one actually. It's so it's not like a phrase or anything, but it's an object,
Okay.
like a physical object.
Yeah. That we have here, so we would know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you've got it here. Jobby catchers.
Oh, yep. I know what this is. Lincoln's got one.
Yeah, in the other room.
He definitely does. I reckon.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. I'd
A
hedge
jobby.
my bets and say you've got a pair. Ooh,
Oh,
a pair of jobby
shoes.
catchers.
Bruh. No.
Jobby catcher. I'm going to say.
Bruh sounds right. I don't know. I'm just saying. Because they're catching them. I don't know. I just said that for
Yeah,
no
true.
reason.
Yeah,
Girls do.
you're working with the right stuff there, Blake.
The cogs are turning, mate. The cogs are turning.
He's halfway there. He's got the catching side of things.
Oh, fuck, what could it be, mate? We got to really put our fucking heads together.
I feel like when we put them together, it's only really me anyway, though.
Yeah, true. I just want to.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. I've been useless. Yeah.
All right, a jobby catcher. A jobby catcher is, I'm going to say, a jobby catcher is definitely a piece of clothing. Should we sit it down to that? And I'm going to say it is a pair of sneakers.
You have to catch them. It's a pair of...
You catch people with it. You're a jobby catcher. You don't want to catch jobs.
I'm going with bruh.
Nah, you're both wrong.
Fuck. It's going to be like a
So,
fucking wardrobe or something.
The word jobby means shit. It's like Scottish slang for shit.
Oh, it's a toilet.
It's a fucking toilet
So
cleaner.
it's a pair of trackies that have elastic cuffs at the bottom. So if you shit in them, so your jobby gets caught in the bottom.
So what we
jobby
call
catchers.
what we call shit catchers, you just call jobby catchers.
Yeah.
Food
It's a
catchers.
nice way of saying it. Love that.
Jobby catchers. There you
Oh,
go.
so chinos, in other words. So
Yeah.
I don't really wear them anyway. So it's more up Lincoln's
It's
alley.
definitely Lincoln's alley.
Yeah.
I do need them. I have sham.
Different episode. Different episode.
Different episode. Shout out to that episode.
Don't bring it up again. Don't bring it up.
Yeah. Fucking put that in the memory bank. All right. Let's go.
Oh wait, is it us now?
Wrong theme song, mate, but
Oh, is it though?
what is it?
I'm on his side now.
This is feeling cactus. The saying is feeling cactus.
Is it like?
If you need context, mate, just let me just fucking.
Nah, I've dominated this round. I think I've got it.
Yeah.
It's I think Blake's trying to throw like red hair.
I'm shit at you or something.
I'm trying to throw him off.
He's fucking nailed everyone so far.
I'm gonna go hangover, like feeling like shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, feeling cactus, like
Yeah.
hungover.
Yeah, you're pretty spot on there, mate.
Mate, more like shit. Like if you've had a long day, like all
Feeling
or
cactus, mate.
drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, feeling cactus as fuck.
Have you
Yeah.
noticed that, like, in order to describe yourself as hungover, you can literally use like any word,
Oh yeah.
or get like drunk. You can say, "Oh, I was like gazeboed last night."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
fucking like feel like a bread roll
I
today.
feel like Australians do that flat out. I literally make words up sometimes, and you know what's classic? Other Australians know what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah.
like,
And jumping on it as
Yeah.
well. Going, yeah, me too.
yeah. It's like, no, I just made that up. Oh, pure.
Yeah, nailed that one, mate. So you're up, brother. Round 4 if you got one. I think round 4.
Yeah, I've got heaps left. Yes, don't worry. This one, I hope you get this one. Bonnie Lass.
Bonnie Lass.
Chick. It's a
Bonnie,
girl.
Bonnie,
Bonnie
Lass.
Bonnie, I fucking have heard of Bonnie Lass before. Bonnie Lass. Horse.
So 2 different words.
Bonnie Lass.
Bonnie Lass.
2 words.
Yeah, Bonnie Lass.
It's a horse and a girl.
Something's just telling me it's a
Don't know what
horse.
video we're getting into there,
I
but
don't know.
Something's telling me horse. Something's telling me fucking long hair. I don't know. Bonnie Lass. She's a Bonnie Lass. I feel like it's when you describe someone as she's a Bonnie Lass. You know what I mean?
She's an attractive female.
Yeah.
oh, there we go.
Yeah. She's a Bonnie
Oh, I got
Lass.
there.
Have I got one?
Yeah,
Yes!
right on.
Yeah.
Bonnie
High
Lass.
five, mate. Oh,
Finish him.
Look at the carry on for getting one right as well.
to be
Clean
fair,
sweep here.
to be fair,
Hey,
come
we
on.
haven't been there.
Did I set that up? I said she's a Bonnie Lass. That's fucking how you would say it.
I was like,
Guys,
in
you
the-
got it
in the
right.
realm.
Just
You
be
said
happy.
horse and girl.
Just be happy.
Fuck,
You got it right.
this is-
Like,
Yeah, can't you just
team-
fucking give me
This,
some...
this is Australians. He must be like Queensland or like New South Wales or something.
Oh.
We're just broken it up.
Whatever, mate. You're up. This one's a good one too. Never gets old. Never gets old.
Bang at that.
All right. So I feel like he's going to get it straight away, and I'm spewing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
Gobby.
actually so good at this.
I'm not even going to give you the in a sentence. Gobby.
Gobby.
Yeah.
Oh.
This means something else in Scotland.
Oh, what's it mean? What's it mean in Scotland?
Blowjob.
All right, cunt. That is not Australian. Fucking. We thought it was Australian slang, and it is not.
Definitely means the same thing, bro.
Oh,
wow. Built us up for a win there. Built us up for a win and then just shut us out.
Have you not heard that it's like geezer gob job?
Sorry, I just
What
had
the fuck was that?
That was a bit of a foul moment. I'm sorry.
That was a fail. Oh. Wow. I guess that takes us straight back to you, mate. Round 5.
I don't think.
best
I don't know if I've got any. I'll give you this one. You might get this one right.
This is the
because
last
it's
one.
really, it's like affluent in Australian culture.
Yeah.
Pub culture, especially. Fruit machine is an object. Fruit machine. I feel like an English teacher. Fruit machine.
It's a
Fruit
It's a
machine.
brewery. It's a beer brewing thing.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's like a drink machine. What is it? What is it? What's the word? Fruit machine.
The second word's machine. The first one, fruit. Fruit machine. Machine fruit. Fruit machine.
I'm going to say...
That's for Lincoln, not me. I got it.
I'm going to say... Yeah, I'm going to say it's like a...
Machine.
I'm going to say it's like a bar. Going to the bar.
Yeah, or like a brewery.
Yeah.
No.
Something to brew it in.
What is
It's
it?
slots machine, pokies machine.
Ah,
Fruit machine.
Makes so much sense too.
But like in the UK and Scotland, like the max you'll win on a fruit machine is like 20 quid. Which
Really?
is like $40.
Fuck, that's
And
rough.
that blew my mind when I came to Australia. And
Win, like,
someone,
10 grand
I
or
watched
shit.
someone. I was on like a mystery bus tour with some mates, and this bloke's like puts $100 into the thing. I was like, what? It's like you can only usually put
How?
like silver coins in
Yeah.
Scotland, and then he won like $1,500. I was like, what?
Where
I
am
couldn't
I?
believe it. And it was in like the arse end of nowhere in New South Wales.
Well, I didn't actually
Shout
know
out
that.
to Holbrook.
So basically, that's where he stayed. He's like, you can put that much in the fruit machines.
Well, we're up for our last. Are you Aussie enough, Blake? Very nice, sir.
All right.
Eats.
No. It's why.
No, so you can say it in different
They
contexts.
don't even know.
So you can say it in different contexts. So like for example, if you were like, "Oh, bro, that's a sick looking car," you'd be like, "Yeah, that's eats as." So there's different ways you can say it, but eats.
Eats.
Yeah, eats what? Kind of the same thing.
EATS. Eats.
Double E.
Eats.
I think it's double E.
Double EA.
Yep.
TSW. Eats what?
Eats what?
Or Adelaide.
Can I get?
What's up, Adelaide?
Can I get one more time in context?
Yeah. See that plant behind you? Yeah, it's eats as.
Is it like dope or cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard.
Easy.
In context, it kind of gives it away straight
yeah.
away. It's hard to say it.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard it? So the only
I only got
time
it from the
I
podcast.
heard it is when I did my Euro trip. Our whole trip was with Sydney boys, and eats is like what they say all the time. I like have him on Instagram, and like he just posts stories like eats wire and eats and shit all the time. It's fucking weird.
Sydney slang.
Yeah, Sydney slang. Yeah. He told me heaps of slang, and I fucking forgot them all, but they're so weird over there.
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Eats.
What's up, Adelaide?
Is that like a girl's name?
It's meant to be
Adelaide?
Pig Latin.
Pig Latin. Shit.
But boys, I think that about wraps us up for the AU versus Scottish and Scotland. And I think that I think Chris was probably the winner here. But we're the ones wearing the Scottish t-shirt, so winners are grinners, baby. I hope
His
you all,
name's on it though.
yeah, they can't see that though. I hope you all hope you all
It's
enjoyed.
a French name anyway. Don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah. Hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode. It was a bit of a laugh, bit of banter. Thanks so much, Chris, for coming on. Absolute legend of the game.
No worries.
And join us for next week, Teabaggers. We'll see you next time.